Welcome to الكرامة news channel. I'm Ahmad Wajdi and this is our top stories tonight. The Arab-Libyan Armed Air Force launched an airstrikes on the strongholds of the terrorist Daesh group in a farm west of Darna. For its part, the armed forces was also able to control the coast of the Green Mountain area, which located between the Susa and Ras Hilal. Notable that Darna city witnesses a heavy fighting between the armed forces against the Shura Darna Council group and Daesh terrorist group. Sources in Jdabiya city stated that the fire broke out in the court complex in the city. The fire led to a destruction of the courts complex building, which is a new building. This come under the sneak of some tourists into Jdabiya after defeating the Arab-Libyan armed forces in Bani Ghazi and Darna, with the US military airstrikes last week on the tourist positions south of Jdabiya. The Dean of Al-Ruz, Mr. Yunus Abu Khalifa, visited the Tamimi Village Hospital to stand on the readiness of receiving the injured from the clashes in Darna. Also was with him during this visit some members of the parliament and the chairman of Al-Tamimi city. The hospital received a number of wounded people by the battles between the city of Daesh terrorist group and the city under the lack of medicine supplies in the hospital. Egyptian Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri confirmed in the meeting with the British National Security Advisor Kam Durchi the importance of supporting the interim government and the parliament of fighting the terrorism in Libya. The Egyptian minister added that the violence and the loss of the security situation in Libya causing danger in the Middle East and the Mediterranean region, and called for the need of supporting the government in Tobruk in order to re-establish state control over the country. Islamic Cooperation Organization confirmed its support for the unity of Libya and supporting the regional and international efforts to find a peaceful solution for the Libyan crisis. This was according to the statement by the organization during the meeting with the Foreign Minister Mohammed Al-Dairi with the Secretary General of Islamic Cooperation Iyad Midani in Jeddah. Al-Dairi also talked about the persuasion for supporting the organization and the stability of Libya and the prices of the positive role of the general security and supporting of the legitimate institutions in Libya. Tunisian Foreign Minister Taib Bakoush confirmed the release of one of the rest of the Tunisian staff Tripoli after a week of their abduction. Bakoush announced that the return of Tunisia diplomatic to Tunisia, which was held in Libya, and Bakoush also announced the closing of the Tunisian embassy in Tripoli. This came after the detention of Fajr Libya terrorist militias for 10 Tunisian officials in Tripoli after they broke into office, while the release of 3 of them launched as a first stage. The African airline stops its until any further notice. The company confirmed that the distinction suspense of fighting there came after the beating by one of the travelers in the flight commander during his work. The company also said that the recent attack was repeated before that and asked the security authorities to provide protection for the aircraft and the political safety flow. The first round of Geneva negotiation between the Yemeni parties ended without any agreements. UN spokesman Ahmed Fawzi confirmed that the talks in Geneva on Yemen may continue until the beginning of the next week, and he expressed his hope to progress with the end of this week. Notable that the Yemen government delegation in Geneva denied the Houthi military's delegation any suggestions until the troops out of the cities. 10 people were killed and others injured by the hotel fired in the city of Bagaji Atu Masin, north of India. Sources of the Indian police confirmed that the fire broke out early in the restaurant closed for the four-star hotel until then extended to it. The sources say that the fire released results from the short crisis pointed out that the civil defense forces managed to put out the fire and rescues dozens of the people who were being held inside the hotel. That's it. For more, you can follow us on our website, الكرامة.tv, and our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you very much.